It opened back in 1904 and it operated for exactly 100 years. That's why I hate dripping water. It can sound like a million things. Okay, this place is probably gonna be pretty dangerous. I shouldn't be walking on this at all. Oh, that's as close as I'm gonna get. After all those plans of going to St. Louis and never doing it, here I am in St. Louis. Yo, how is it going, everyone? I am in St. Louis. Yes, that's right. I was basically just here for one little 3-game bowling tournament, but I figured, hey, why not just stay here for the weekend and make a whole little abandoned trip out of it? Because this is just one of this country's great bando Shangri-Las, and I think it's long overdue for me to come here, quite frankly. To start us off today, we're about to go do this huge abandoned high school. This was the, I think it's called the Central High School. It opened back in 1904 and it operated for exactly 100 years before shutting down and becoming abandoned in 2004. Now, just within 4 years of opening, it already had like 1,300 students going here. Like, it was a huge school. So many thousands of students came and went to this place over the whole century. Obviously now it's fallen into really rough shape. I actually parked right next to it. This is just the side of it here. But yeah, let's get going. So I was kind of conflicted with a bit of a dilemma this morning. You see, I bowled today at like 1:30. So I absolutely can't be like getting arrested or risk getting arrested or into trouble or anything like that early. So I started with this one, and I'll probably stick to that theme with a couple kind of easier, more accessible ones, but ones I still think may be good ones until after I bowl. And then we'll start hitting like the bigger, badder stuff. That's how I intend on doing this. But then again, St. Louis, and I'll even be in East St. Louis later, I think. Not really the type of place you'd have to worry about like cops at like abandoned places. Definitely be more worried about the people who could be lurking in there. And bada boom, we're in. Get the feeling that we're kind of just in some underground basement right now. Yeah, because there's like a furnace maintenance area. So I'm thinking we kind of have to go upwards to get to a more normal school floor. Okay, never mind. These stairs go to nothing. Interesting. What is that? Just dripping water. It's so creepy sounding though. Guess it wasn't really a basement because we got a more traditional hallway with lockers. Or I'll try to navigate my way to some like bigger rooms like a gym, and guess what? I read that this place has a 1,000 seat auditorium in it, so that can't possibly be too hard to find, so I'm sure we'll stumble upon that eventually. What happened here? It used to be stairs, didn't it? Yeah, that was absolutely like some sort of stairwell or something. Okay, this place is probably going to be pretty dangerous. Just all around me, just dripping water. Abandoned since 2004. This is like 20 years of abandonment in a major metropolitan city, so not too surprised it looks like this. There's a big open room. Don't know what this was. Oh, it's the cafeteria. You know, for the size of this school, it's actually not that big of a cafeteria. Finally got some stairs, some non-collapsed kind of stairs. Yeah, I think I was right. I think this is more of a standard first floor here. I feel like I was in like a half basement. A really old lab room here. Got another one of these things. I feel so dumb that I still can't tell you the actual name of them, even though I see them in so many abandoned schools. like another probably science lab room. And then kind of in a middle section surrounded by building. Auditorium, theater is probably going to be in that direction somewhere. Squeeze under these entire sections of wall windows caving in and see what's over here. Okay, that's just stairs. That's a dead end. Actually, I need to go find that stairway because that's going to lead to like a gym or something over there. I forgot. The only way to get there is like on this second floor catwalk walkway thing. It's kind of strange, but may as well check that out before I forget where this is. How are we still going down right now? Okay, this is not what I thought. Maybe it'll turn into something else. I think it'd have to be a gym because we got like a gym locker room. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Dude, look at this flooring. Look what's happened to it. The wood turned into like this weird like muddy substance. And then the spots that are still wood are just completely buckled up 3 feet in the air. It's kind of a cool like separated gym off in its own building. But man, there's this one destroyed. See that right there where I'm focusing the light? That's a section of floor. That's just up like 4 feet in the air. I would have loved to have seen this place back in like 2010 or late 2000s when it was like fresh. Am I hearing voices or is that just echo effects from the water? That's why I hate dripping water. It can sound like a million things. Okay, well I'm back up to where I was. Time to go find that auditorium. I feel like it'll be right over there. Oh, here's the stage. Found the auditorium. Gee, I didn't expect to just walk onto the stage and that's how I'd find it. Okay, well, let's be real here. I read up that there was like 1,000-seat auditorium in this one. And I'm kind of calling cap. I could see maybe a couple hundred seats, but this is not 1,000. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. This little St. Louis trip here, and I say St. Louis trip, it's not as big of a full-scale trip as I've done in the past. Like, I basically only have like a day and a half worth of time in this city to make this work, just schedule-wise. I'm so busy all summer that I couldn't really like plan out a way to travel to somewhere because just work and just other commitments. So this little weekend here in St. Louis is about the only excuse I could get to really film a trip. So even though I could easily pull like 20 videos out of like the St. Louis area, I'll probably be hitting up like 10 to 12 on this trip. It's not going to be a very thorough tour, just whatever I happen to list down on my very rudimentary like Google Maps scan of the city is what we'll see. Otherwise, like I was saying, this St. Louis trip is starting off like exactly like the Gary trip because even though it looks different, the layout of this auditorium is the spitting image of that Horace Mann high school I did. Not to mention we're just starting off with like a really old, like blown out high school to start off a little trip, so it's bringing back those vibes kind of. Dude, also, we're exploring in Missouri. I haven't filmed a video in the state of Missouri despite living like a 10-minute drive from the state, albeit, you know, on the other side of it, but the last time I filmed a video in Missouri was over 2 years ago in 2022. Here's a projector room. Nothing left, but not a bad view. Yeah, the last time I filmed in Missouri, I was fresh out of college, had my hair like slicked straight back. I look kind of silly in old pictures when I look at them, but I was driving a Volvo V70. I don't have that anymore. The last time I filmed in Missouri, like I had like barely over 1,000 subs. We're in like well into like the 3K range now. The last video I filmed in Missouri was of that weird grain factory tower plant thing. Yeah, that was the last video I filmed with my old Explore partner, Emma. Right after that ended our fake little one-sided friendship that she put no effort into, just because I wouldn't drag her and whoever she was demanding me to drag with us to abandoned places anymore. I think we even had plans to try to do a few things around St. Louis, like a few abandoned places back in the day too. That's the thing about me in St. Louis. I've had like loose plans to come here and film stuff for like years. I've always known how many abandoned places are in St. Louis. And it's only like a 4-hour drive. That's nothing to me compared to some of the places I've been. Nothing compared to some of the distances I've driven anyway. Something has always just gotten in the way of me like coming here, other than me just putting it off. In 2021, summer of 2021, an old classmate and college bowling teammate of mine got married. And he lives near here. He lives in one of the towns outside of St. Louis. So I drove here for like his wedding. I was gonna stay like an extra time and do some abandoned stuff back then, but that was 2021. I had just been like freshly arrested for like the Wichita thing, so I wasn't gonna be doing any exploring. And then like I just said, me and my old fake friend of a partner were gonna come do this too. Or at least we had loose plans of doing just a few things in St. Louis. We couldn't have done much, but obviously that went up in smoke. So, 2 years later, after all those plans of going to St. Louis and never doing it, here I am in St. Louis, albeit for a very, very smaller scale tour compared to what it could have been. I've just kind of been walking and rambling. I don't even know where I'm at right now. Don't even know which direction I came from. Just randomly walking and rambling about my old stories. Let's go find the upstairs. Just see what's up there. This place is hard to navigate. It's so blown out, but it's also just so big and vast. I don't know about this. This looks dangerous. Kind of cool up here. That is so wild looking. This was an enclosed room at one point. These are all enclosed rooms. Look at them now. At least it's just this portion of it. For some reason, the structure of this portion withered way worse than the others. I'm out of shape. I'm out of practice. I'm just kind of wandering aimlessly. Illinois trip I took in the stretch of videos prior to this one was a few months ago. I filmed so many videos on that trip that I really didn't have to do anything for a couple months. So first videos back like this on a new trip, kind of feel rusty sometimes. Can't believe how many classrooms have like these lab setups. I feel like I've seen like 6 of them now. It's a carbon copy exact replica. Look at this scene. I just walked up a floor higher, but I would not have been able to tell this differently from the floor below it. Is there a floor above this? I don't think there is. No, it's like some roof access door. Oh, this is a bad idea here. Whole thing's gonna fall in on me. I mean, there kind of is a room up here, though. Yeah. Weird. It's like one classroom up on the top, just higher than everything else. Although, it would have been more than just one classroom, because look at this. I shouldn't be walking on this at all, but this is the cave-in area. Oh, that's as close as I'm gonna get. These are all just concrete ceiling chunks. How does that even happen? Funny thing is, I think I had plans to come here to St. Louis and East St. Louis roughly a few weeks ago, even before I realized that this bowling tournament I'm in is already kind of an excuse to be here. I was like, I'm gonna be so busy this summer that I need some place where I can film a bunch of videos quickly. It'll be easy. Knock on wood. All right, here we go. I found what I missed. I knew there was like another second building over here. See, there's one side that branches off into the gym and another side that branches off into this. I don't know what this is gonna be. That's the joy in going over here and finding out. Although I'm gonna get rained on. Look at this. Yeah, save that. Let's go down here. Oh, this is totally a music wing. Look at this. Unless the actual musical classrooms are on the soaked, raining floor above me. So I guess I'm gonna have to go see. Dude, I can feel it in my socks already. I did find it. Here are the risers. Risers for maybe choir. I'm not gonna walk through that hall because I don't want to get drenched. Tell you what, I'm gonna take the first way I see out of here and call it quits at that. This looks like it'll work. Yep. Oh my God, it's for sale.